Hi darlings, Ashley here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here and you like to do it yourself, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video. Today I'm going to be repurposing. There's nothing I like more than to give something new life.
For this first one, all I did is grab a few things from the dollar store. Starting with this pack of wood round light switch covers, it came in a pack 4, which was perfect because I actually needed 4. I grabbed some wood square beads and some regular just kids jewelry beads and started hot gluing them around all the way around the circle. From there, I simply covered all the tops of the beads with some hot glue so I could adhere my other circle to the top. Now I just did the exact same process for the other one. In the crafting section, they carry these mini flower pots and these wooden candle cups, and they are going to make perfect legs. My little stands are put together, and this time I wanted to try a different chalk paint. So I took Rust-Oleum chalked, and it actually works pretty well. It's a lot thinner than the other chalk paints I'm used to, but it covers nicely. While this first coat of paint is drying, I'm taking a piece of scrapbooking paper and cutting out a circle to fit on the top. For my second coat, as you can see, I am putting on a fair bit of paint into the sections to cover up the gaps between my beads. Before this coat of paint dries, it's time to stick on my circles and then cover that with a layer of paint as well. Using a piece of sandpaper, I started sanding down the edges where the paper met the wood, just so that way it would be more cohesive. Next, with some white chalk paint, I started brushing it on where the beads are so it would look a little bit more vintage. I also dabbed a little bit more of that Serenity blue color across them where I thought I had put a little bit too much white in some spots. Time for a quick dry, and then I will set them out. I saw this little stand on the local buy and swap for $5. I loved how cute it was and I really liked its shape. And for $5, how could you go wrong? I decided to go a two-tone on this one with some white and some light gray. I gave this whole thing 2 coats. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know I love me some sandpaper, and that's just what I did. I started distressing. There's my little monkey, Axton, always trying to get some hugs. To finish off this piece, I went in with some home decor wax. one little stand ready for use. PV Mart carries these cute little milk cans around Christmas time, as you can see with the snowflakes there. So when it's not Christmas time, I thought I would decorate the opposite side to use in the house. I cut out this thin piece of light fabric in the size that would fit the milk can nicely. Then from there, I found some fabrics in my stash that would look nice together. I started cutting out little squares, little triangles. I wasn't sure of what I was going to do, but had a little bit of an idea. I know I wanted to have a star. I am obsessed with stars, so I started laying everything out to see what I was going to come up with. Now that I had this out, I figured I needed a little bit more of a dark color in there, so I chose another brown just in a darker color. I ended up with this design and my fiance said, yeah, I like it, X marks the spot. So that's what it was going to be. Now for the fun part. I've got my milk can, I grabbed some Mod Podge, and I started painting it on to put this piece onto the milk can. Now that my base layer was all glued on, it's time to start putting on all my pieces. Once all my pieces for my star were in place, I started looking at it and I decided, yeah, no, I do not want to make an X marks the spot. I want to showcase that star. So I just turned the corner pieces around in that darker brown and I liked it much better. Next step was to put a coat of Mod Podge over all of the pieces of fabric to hold everything in place. While that was drying, I grabbed some jute cord, a macrame bead, a little bit of greenery, and started making a bow. Once I decided that I liked that greenery in there, I hot glued it into place. I wanted to use some rope to tie around the top of the milk can, and with a lighter I just started burning off all those little hairs. This just makes the rope look really tidy, neat. I don't know what the word is, but I like it. So I tied this around the top a couple of times and then just tied a simple knot and then glued on my bow. One milk can done and ready to showcase. For this one, I grabbed one of my fiance's flannel shirts he was throwing out. It was full of little holes everywhere, and I thought I would turn it into some pillowcases. I cut out the sections that didn't have holes, and then I found a thicker white sheet that I had in my stash that I figured I could use to pair with it. I cut up all my pieces to make an envelope pillow sham. Yeah, I'm counting on my fingers there. It's a little bit late. I am in my nightgown, as you can see, and my brain's just not functioning properly. Once all my pieces are ironed, it's time to lay everything out and start pinning and sewing it together. Sew a 1/4 inch seam down this edge. Now this is where the buttons are, so I just had to be careful once I got to a button because it kind of wanted to wiggle over a little bit. Now for the back side, to make my envelope flap, I am ironing down my edges. You can do this a 1/4 inch, whatever you like. I did it a little bit thicker, ironing it down twice so that way you have a nice hem. I did the same for both of my back pieces, and then I sewed down on the inside of my hem here. Once both of your pieces are sewn, it's time to lay them out in the size of your pillow sham. You want to make sure that both of your good sides are face down, and then you don't have to do this step, but I like to pin them in place and then sew where the two overlap each other. Once that's sewn, you want to flip it over so that way your good sides are now facing up. And then with your front piece, you want to have that one facing down so both of your good sides are together. Once I've got both layers pinned together, I am gonna go around and sew a 1/4 inch seam. Go ahead and flip that baby inside out and you will have a quick and easy pillow sham completed. All that's missing is your pillow insert. I went ahead and made one more pillow sham using the back of his shirt. I followed the exact same steps except for this time, the front I used a solid piece of the flannel shirt.